Hi everyone, it's Traveler, Black History fan, and your Safiri host, Stephen Vincent. October is UK Black History Month. Join me on Safiri for a special episode where I share the stories of little-known Black British people who earned their place in history. You can find Safiri on YouTube, IGTV, and Vimeo. Celebrate your history. This is Safiri. Welcome to Safiri. I'm your host, Stephen Vincent. October is UK Black History Month. Join me on this episode and learn all about the stories of little-known Black British people who earned their place in history. Looking back on history, there is documentation that there were Black people living in Britain since the Roman times. During the Tudor period, there were hundreds of Black migrants living in England. Most notable was John Blank, who was Henry VIII's trumpeter. Further proving Blank's existence was a letter from him that was written to Henry VIII requesting a pay raise. Blank's face was also featured on a roll from the Westminster Tournament of 1511. In 1774, Ignatius Sancho became the first Black writer and the first known Black British voter. In 1786, Aludo Aquino became the first Black British person employed by the British government, and in 1789, he published his best-selling autobiography. His book sparked the anti-slavery movement in Britain, Europe, and across the New World. In 1834, William Darby became the first Black British circus owner. In 1835, John Kent became the first Black British police officer. In 1855, Mary Seacole was a Black British nurse who opened the British Hotel to treat the wounded during the Crimean War. In 1900, James Russell became one of the first Black British doctors. In 1910, Joe Clow became the first Black bus driver in London. In 1913, John Archer was elected Mayor of Battersea, becoming the first Black mayor in London. In 1917, William Clark became the first Black British pilot. He fought and flew during World War I. Walter Toll became one of the most celebrated Black British soldiers who fought during World War I. From 1948 to 1971, 500,000 Black Caribbean workers, known as the Windrush generation, settled across the UK to fill post-war labor shortages. In 1951, Earl Cameron became one of the first Black British stars in the British film industry. In 1962, William Samuel became the first Black British train driver. In 1966, Asquith Xavier became the first Black British rail employee in a public position. In 1972, Clive Sullivan became the first Black British rugby captain. In 1973, Trevor McDonald became the UK's first Black news reporter. In 1978, Viv Anderson became the first Black British footballer to play for England during an international tournament. In 1982, The Voice was founded, becoming the UK's first Black national newspaper. In 1984, Tessa Sanderson became the first Black British woman to win an Olympic gold medal. In 1985, Bishop Wilford Wood became the Church of England's first Black bishop. In 1987, Diane Abbott was elected as the first female Black British member of Parliament. This was just a small sampling of the amazing historical contributions from Black Britons. I'm Stephen Vincent. Join me next time on Safiri.